Conflicted.
Extremely polarized.
Important.
Definitive.
Passionate.
Game-changing.
Anxious and scared.
Probably impact.
Like this year's election. Conflicted. I'd say conflicted. I'm pretty sure, I know which side I'm on, but I have to say, I wish there were better options.
I think, unfortunately, our elections, especially the process as well as the candidates, have become extremely polarized, and that's not the fault of a single party. It's a problem on both sides of the aisle. And I also think it's the fault of the system, too. I think a two-party system requires people to become divisive, and especially because both parties are becoming more extreme on both sides, it's increasing the divisiveness amongst our country, which is preventing bipartisan solutions to pressing issues that need to be solved. And I think in order to combat that, we need to just all be willing to compromise and have civic discussions with the people that disagree with us.
Important.
Could you elaborate on why?
I say important because elections are ways for the citizens of the United States to be involved and have their voice. While you can do other things like get to involve in government, such as going to protests or other things like that, voting is one of your main ways to get connected and to be aligned in some government actions.
Definitive.
Can you elaborate?
I think it's really important, like the upcoming election or like elections in general. They're important for like the next few years of government, and they define a lot of aspects of life.
I have to say passionate because it just really interests me, and I like reading a lot and understanding either side.
I'd say one word right now is maybe like anxious and scared, because this election, there are so many factors and things going on with COVID, and maybe some questions that we don't quite know with how things are going to work. But you just have to hope and trust that things are going to work out in the end.
This is a hyphenated word. Game-changing.
Could you elaborate on why?
Oh, yeah. This is an election where, at least for me, this is the first time that I've been awoken and actually paying attention closely to what's happening and reading the news. And I think that's the same for a lot of our generation. And especially with the things that happened this summer with the coronavirus, and also with a lot of the protests and civil unrest when it comes to race issues in our country. I think that after all of this information and knowledge has been awoken in Americans, this election can mean a lot to different people in a way that it didn't before.
Probably impact, because there's going to be an impact no matter which candidate wins. They're going to work for the policies that they believe in on both sides. So whichever candidate wins is going to have an impact on your life and the lives of your peers.